Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue the rest part of our chapter 3rd, that is data handling, and for our today's class the first topic is bar graph. Now what is bar graph? Bar graph is also one of the method to represent certain data, and we draw these graphs on a bar paper. You have seen graph paper also. I'll show here in your screen. Yeah, this is the graph paper. So in this we represent the bars, or we can draw it on our notebook also. So suppose if something is like this representation, if you represent data in this form, these are known as bars, and this representation is known as the representation by bar graphs. Okay, let us understand it with an example. So this is a question. These are the marks of a student which he scored in a test in different subjects. In Hindi he scored 6, in maths 8, in English 5, and these marks are out of 10. Now let us understand how we plot this on a graph paper using bars. So now for drawing a bar graph, first things which you need is x-axis and y-axis. Now we'll plot these marks of the student on this bar graph. So what we do first thing is choosing a scale. What is scale? Not the scale by which we draw lines. This is the scale, or you can see in easier language the gap which you will take on y-axis to differentiate the marks. Now here our marks are 5, 8 and 6. So let us take the counting from 1 to 8. So you will mark 1, 2, 3, 4 till 8 it is needed. Let us mark one more, 9. So keep in mind that we mark these gaps with equal distance in our graph paper. Now we arrange the numbers on y-axis, and now we'll write the name of subjects on x-axis. So subjects we are having Hindi, English and maths. Okay, so now how you will represent them? See, for Hindi, how many marks are there? 6. Where is 6? 6 is here. So we'll draw a bar for Hindi. Okay, like this. Now for, okay, I've written English. For English, 5. Where is 5? 5 is here. So bar will be here. This is for English. Now for maths, 8. Where is 8? 8 is here. So for maths, 8. So this bar represents the marks of Hindi, this of English and this of maths. Now while drawing the graphs, keep in your mind that this distance should be same. Same as we have taken this same distance here on y-axis, you have to take same distance on x-axis. Now this was how we plot on bar graph. Now the second thing which you need to know is how to read bar graphs if the information is given. So how we read the bar graphs? So here, suppose this information is not given. Now this graph is only given to you and you have to read it to understand the information. Suppose this is your question that name it as 2.2, figure 2.2, read this figure and tell the marks obtained in Hindi. So what we do, we see the graph and we compare it to the y-axis. So how many marks are there in Hindi? 6. So I'll write in Hindi the student scored 6 marks. Now this was the bar graph, how to draw it, how to plot the graph and how to read the given graph. Now the second thing comes, suppose if the marks in math would be 8.5, not 8. So where we would plot it? This is 8, this is 9, and 0.5 means half of that line. So between this here, so it would be this much, 8.5. Same way you will read. If you have to read it, just compare it to the given numbers and see according to your observation. If it is representing half, it means 0.5. If more than half, 3/4, then it means 0.75. This is how you will read the graph. Okay, now second type of graph which you have is double bar graph. Now we will study representation of data on double bar graph. Just now we have represented marks of the student on a single graph. Now we'll take one more example to understand double bar graph, and this also will take the marks of the student but in two terms. So your question is, so in your question here, 2 marks are given for 3 different subjects. The marks which I have written with blue pen represents the marks of first term, and the marks which I have written with red pen represents the marks of second term. Now we'll understand how we will represent it on a bar graph. So for bar graph, first we need, okay, so I made here x-axis and y-axis and mark the number on y-axis. Now we'll represent the marks of both the terms. So first the marks of Hindi and first term are 6. So where is 6? 6 is here. So we'll take this point. You have to keep these distance equal. These also and these also. The difference between two digits and two numbers. So till 6 marks are there. So we'll draw a bar from 6. Now we'll represent the marks of Hindi of second term, and the marks are 8. So we'll represent it from the same line of the graph. So this point represent 8 here, because I took the difference of 0.5 between these two. So this graph is a double bar graph, and it is representing the marks of two terms of a student in subject Hindi. Okay, now let's represent the marks of maths. In first term the marks are 8. So from this point 8 is there till here. Now next are 10 in maths. So these are the marks of maths. Now let's represent the marks of English. In first term English marks are 5. Here this point. Next 7. Okay, so here we represented the marks of different subjects in different terms of a student. But how? By observing the graph, you will come to know which are the marks of first term and which are the marks of second term. So what we do, we make a differentiation. How? See, for first term we are using a simple bar, and for second term we are using a bar with lines. Okay, so what you will do now, you will make lines in your bar which is representing the marks of second term. So now by mere observation only, you can tell the difference between the marks of first term and second term. I hope now it is clear how to plot the bar graph and how to read the bar graphs. As here, now suppose these numbers are not there and you have to read the bar graph, and your question is asking what were the marks of the student in subject English in half yearly. So what you will do in half yearly means this one. So what we'll do, we'll see which on the y-axis on which number this line is going. 5. So how many marks student has scored? 5 marks. Now let us come to a next topic, that is probability. What do you mean by probability? Probability means chance. So simply the meaning of probability is a chance. That is, you say something happens or not happens. So how we come to know it? We come to know it by the help of probability. Let us understand it with example. Suppose you and your friend, they went to a shop. Now there you are thinking of whose choice you should buy the biscuit. Now how you will decide? So your friend gave you an idea. I'm having a coin. Let's toss it. If I get head, then the chocolate will be of my choice, and if you get tail, then the chocolate will be of your choice. So in a coin, you have two things to come. Either tail will come or head will come. Only two chances are there. Next, suppose we are having a die. Not that one die. This die is which we play Ludo. So in a die there are numbers from 1 to 6. That is, the probability is one number among these will only come when you throw the die. So what is probability now? These are the chances that this will come or that will come. Now how do we find the probability? So there is a formula for finding the probability, that is favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. Now, you and your friend were at the shop and you were deciding by whose choice the chocolate you will buy. So now you chose tail and your friend chose head. Now when you will toss a coin, there will be only one favorable outcome because only one thing will come, either tail or head. Now total outcomes are how many? 1 plus 1, 2. So the probability of tail is 1 upon 2, and same the probability for head is 1 upon 2. Now let us understand more help of a die. Suppose you are playing Ludo with your friend. Now you said to her that if a even number comes, then she will give you a treat. Now how you will find what is the probability of even number? So we will use a formula, favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. So here favorable outcomes will be, you said to her if even number comes. So in your die there are three even numbers, that is 2, 4 and 6. So favorable outcomes are 3, 1, 2, 3, and total outcomes, any one number among these 6 numbers can come. So total outcomes are 6, and according to your formula, probability is favorable outcome upon total outcomes. So 3 upon 6 is the probability of coming of an even number. We can reduce it. 3 ones are 3 twos is 1 upon 2. So this is how we find out the probability of different outcomes. Okay, so I think it is clear how to find the probability or how to draw a graph, how to read a bar graph. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe, and also press the bell icon so that you get the notification whenever I upload a video. Thank you.